when people talk about asset protection across jurisdictions, and even whether it's locally as well, I mean, what would you say in the context of wealth management or planning your wealth?
All right, thank you, Mercy. So for asset protection, I'll first start with the importance, right? So I would give a scenario I think most people might be able to relate with because it tends to happen a lot, especially in Nigeria. Someone passes away and you see a lot of struggling and fighting over, the family wealth. There's no proper will in place. Documentation is not properly done. So asset protection basically encompasses your ability to safeguard your assets, against lawsuits, against this fights, against fraud as well, and against potential creditors. It's just a way of separating yourself from the ownership of the assets so that regardless of what happens to you, your business operations to run smoothly, which also speaks to what Ceci mentioned, right? If you're able to plan with these 5 pillars, like irrespective of whatever happens to you, your wealth should still continue to grow. Your wealth should still be able to cater for the next generation. In fact, because of the culture you build from the structure you've created to protect your assets, it's easily transferable to the next gen, right? So, for example, there's different types of asset protection structures. You have limited liability companies or exempted companies. For a family, you could have a family limited partnership, right? So this just pretty much transfers ownership from yourself into that company. And then you can have different, you can have like an advisory board, an MD, a committee, and even have your children sit on the different institutions. That way, everyone knows what their roles are, right? When it comes to estate planning, it's an important aspect of asset protection for affluent individuals and families. So this has to do with like setting up your will, your trust, or any other legal documents, just to ensure that all your assets are distributed according to the individual's family wish upon their death. Then there's international asset protection as well.
Okay. I think we've lost audio from Rasheed. But just to talk about what the conversation has been so far, a lot of us have mentioned. Okay, so Rasheed, as we lost you there, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, okay. Where did you stop at?
No, you were talking about estate planning and having the proper documentation as well.
Okay, great. So the next is just international asset protection, which most often than none has to do with your tax planning. So a lot of people have like the ones that have LLCs already, they have like different assets in different countries that they just want to put under one umbrella, just to streamline so they are not paying multiple taxes or, being double taxed. Overall, like asset protection is just like a holistic and dynamic process that involves identifying all your potential risk to you as an individual and your family, implementing the appropriate strategies to safeguard from this risk, putting the structures in place, and then just regularly monitoring and updating these measures because laws and regulations are constantly changing. Some jurisdictions could be blacklisted or later whitelisted. So you need to understand why these things are happening so you're not caught on the wrong end of the law.